Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mike with Male Collectibles. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Hot Toys Classic Predator 1/6 scale piece with a Jungle Hunter upgrade kit. So this is the different head sculpt, or I guess mask. So this is what you get with the kit. You get the really cool biomask. You get the neck, the necklace, the bone trophy necklace. And then the bandolier of the skull trophies, and then this one also. I'll spin it around to get a better look. And also this second piece of the shoulder armor. So that's everything that comes with the kit that we're going to kind of focus on in this video. Let me just, so I don't forget, let me show you. So where I got this, this is also what I got with the kit, is the certificate of authenticity. AGH3 Design is who I got this from. Just off Instagram, I found it. I'd seen pictures of it before, and I just messaged him. And you know, I think he does them, makes them to order. So it wasn't bad. It didn't take very long. I think a month or two maybe to get it done and shipped out to me. And mine actually got stuck in shipping for a little bit, so that's why it even took a little bit longer. But it was pretty quick for the most part. The quality of it is great. I'm really happy with, really happy with the upgrade. I like this. I like this Hot Toy. This is a really cool Predator anyway. So for those of you guys who don't know, maybe this is called the Classic Predator, but it's the Classic Predator from the 2010 movie Predators. So it's not the exact Jungle Hunter from the original, but the Predator in that movie was kind of based on him, so that's why they call it the Classic. That's why it did not come with the trophies and the shoulder armor, because it's slightly different design. Real quick too, before I forget and we get into the figure too much, I was sent, AGH3 Design sent me, because it was a little bit late, and I mean, it really wasn't very late at all, but I would like to point out, he sent me this 1/6 scale Dutch Schaefer head as like a, because I guess he was kind of bummed out that it took him longer or whatever, but it really wasn't that long anyway. Definitely didn't bother me. I've waited much longer for statues and customs. So I want to point that out because it was a really cool thing that he did, and that he didn't have to do. So anyways, before I get into the figure too much, this is the only piece or anything I've ever ordered from him, but it was a great experience. He messaged you back, almost immediately if you ever have any questions, or he let you know about the order. And he also, like I said, mine got kind of stuck in shipping for a little bit. And he was actually messaging me saying, hey man, is everything okay? Let me know when you get it. So I just thought that was pretty cool, because a lot of people don't do that. And you hear a lot of the bad stories sometimes when you're in the groups or, on the videos, and you hear about the people that try to rip you off, or the projects that people pay for and that they don't get, never get made, and people just get scammed out of money. So I figured, I wanted to highlight that this was a really good experience. I forget the exact price, but it was very reasonable priced. It wasn't, it wasn't crazy expensive or anything like that. So if you're into this or you like this, it's a really cool, I'm very happy I got it. It's a really cool, it does change the figure quite a bit. I bought this one, I bought it secondhand. So I've had it maybe, I would guess, a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere in that range. And it was like, when you put these things on them, it does change it quite a bit. Let me show you the original mask here next to it, because that's the biggest standout, or that's gonna catch your attention, is this is quite a bit lighter. Let me see if I can. So this is the original mask you get with the figure, and it's really cool. I mean, I like it a lot. I don't think you have to change it out. It's not like, oh man, this is way off or it looks terrible or anything. Not at all. But you can see the difference in the paint. And this does, if you look at the, you know, like the behind the scenes or the making of shots of the original Predator movie, the mask is pretty light, more so maybe than you would think. So I think that's a pretty good comparison. So anyone that's interested, you know, that's the biggest difference in the figure and the upgrade kit. So just wanted to get a shot of that so you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about if you don't have the figure. But you know, just moving on to the figure too, I was, you know, of course with the upgrade, I'm looking over it and stuff. And one thing I noticed, actually in a different review of this figure is, and I was like, oh man, does mine have that too? If you look at the toenails, and this is kind of a weird thing to say, but I'm painting a different jungle hunter right now. So I just got done doing it. I'm like, man, if you look at these, you know, they're not all black. There's like that kind of gray in the center, and it's on both feet. Sorry, my lighting is not very good here, but I noticed that in someone else's review, and I was like, holy shit, you know, I wonder if that's on mine, and it is. So I just a little thing that I never noticed until you get up close on it. But like I said, just because I'm painting a different one, I just got done painting the black nails, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's, you know, if that was a paint scrape or if that's unintentional. But no, it's intentional. So anyways, moving up the figure, like I said, this is an older one, so I don't want to, there's plenty of reviews and stuff on it. I don't want to get too crazy with the review of the figure because there's plenty of that already. I want to focus more on like the upgrade kit and just talk about the movie a little bit. Anyone who hasn't seen any of my other videos, I've done a bunch of Predator stuff. I haven't talked about the original a ton, but the original is my favorite. I watched it again. I mean, I've seen it 100 times, but I watched it again maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I mean, that's my favorite movie of all time. Every time I watch it, it's so cool. There's so many things about it that are just awesome. And this is the main, you know, the cast is great and everything. The creature, this is the best creature design ever, in my opinion. It's just, that thing, it's unreal, man. It's unreal. So to have this now, I'm really happy to have it. It really does make a difference. It does, you know, I got a couple lights and stuff on it, so the mask makes a difference, but it's a little bit brighter here on as I'm looking through the camera than it is in person. So if you're worried like, oh man, it stands out maybe too much, I don't think that's the case. It is, I got some lights going. So but anyways, let me get into the upgrade stuff a little bit. The necklace is nice. You know, it looks just like the movie. There's quite a bit of these skulls, the trophies. They're all really well done. They'll move around. He gave me like the rope that they're on, quite a bit extra rope. So like you tied it, you know, you can just cut it to length. I might try to tighten it up a little bit. It's hanging a little bit loose, I think. So I might try to, like, you know, retie it. Same thing with the back, the spine. I know it's more around the back, but for the video, I wanted to position it so you can kind of see it with the rest of the kit. I did notice one thing too when like I said, I've had this figure for a while, but when I was changing the head out, and I've heard this before, but the dreadlocks, like the beads or whatever, I'm not sure what you call these, mine are really, really, really faded. So like I said, I got it secondhand. I don't remember unboxing it if I noticed that right away, or if it's happened somewhat recently, but so I think I am going to go in and touch those up probably. You don't, especially where I have it on my shelf, you don't really see that, so I hadn't even noticed it until I swapped out the head. But I'm gonna go touch those up probably at some point. Let me focus in on the mask because I think that's the star of the show here. You see the weathering, very nicely done. Like it looks like the watermarks and stuff from the rain. You got kind of the blast mark, the two of them, one right between the eyes. And then again, I think I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like water marks or from whatever it is from the jungle, but they're all on there. It's really, really nicely done. The lenses look great. I do believe too, because I know I asked him, I do believe he will sell, like he offers the mask unpainted. So if you guys are looking to grab one unpainted and do it yourself, I think he still offers that. I would just message him. If you have any questions, I mean, feel free to ask me in the comments. I will, any information I can give you, I will. But like I said, anytime I had a question or I messaged him, he got back really quickly. So feel free to get in touch with him. It was a very good experience for me. So I believe it will be the same for you. But yeah, guys, I just want to do kind of a quick one on this upgrade. I know there's a ton of reviews on the figure itself. It's not a new one or anything, but I just wanted to kind of highlight it and, you know, kind of get my thoughts out there on it. There is another, I think it should be probably coming out pretty soon. There is another Hot Toys Jungle Hunter. I think it's just called the 2.0. I've seen some videos, like some people criticizing it or like it's not perfect or whatever. I remember off the videos agreeing with that. So it's not one that I'm not going to pick it up. I don't have many other Hot Toys I'm going to be looking to get. I think I'm all set with my Predator Hot Toys. But I just wanted, because this, like, I'm just trying to say I'm really happy with this one. So I'm not going to be looking to upgrade or get another version of this. This version is very good. And I'm happy with it for the 1/6. I do, for upcoming videos, I have a couple more. Like I mentioned in my last one, I'm gonna try to start getting back to a more, you know, consistent schedule. I'm working on a model right now, and I think I said I was about halfway through it, and I am, but I'm doing I started the skin pattern, like the dots, a couple days ago, and it's much more time consuming than I thought. So I'm getting there, but I think it's going to take a little bit longer. So that won't be the next video. I'm not going to spoil it and tell you guys what it is yet, but it's very much you know, a Predator Jungle Hunter. It's not the original, but it's very close. Really cool model. There's been other painting videos and stuff of it on YouTube, but when I get that finished, I'll do a video on that. And I have some other stuff that I'm going to probably, you know, put in before that. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, especially Predators, but I got some Batman stuff coming up, a couple like horror monster stuff. So feel free to comment, subscribe to the videos. Like I said, I got more coming, and I'm looking forward to getting back to a more regular schedule. So thank you guys very much for watching. Like I said, any questions you have about this kit, you know, if you want any Predator, you discuss the movie, anything you guys want, let me know in the comments, and I will get back to you. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.